So this is an opera by Giacomo Puccini, and written in the late 1800s. And it takes place in Paris. It's about bohemians, so it's called La Bohème. And it's about four guys who are young, basically college-age guys who live in a small apartment, and they're artists. One's a musician, one's a painter, one's a poet, and another one actually is a philosopher of sorts. What generally happens is you need a seamless transition between Act 1 and Act 2. And so what has happened here is we've decided to, along with it, which was built into the concept, this idea that their world is sort of built on, it's kind of like a world of cards. Things keep shifting. We have, as you can see, a set that is a little bit like a puzzle, and everything is, the shift into, from Act 1 to Act 2 is completely automated and seamless. So when the music stops in Act 1, the set starts to shift, the garret disappears, all of a sudden we get a Café Momus over there that appears, and we have a hat shop back there and a library that comes on, or a bookstore. And everything flies out, the windows fly out, this flies out, new roofs come in, signs are there, snow is falling during the entire thing. Yeah, and that, being able to do that without just, extras in black pushing sets on and off is really nice.
Once I've loaded the cue, I hit go, the motor kicks on, the line starts to get pulled, and then you'll see behind me, Café Momus starts to come off stage. So we've seen the flown units are now leaving. The garret starts to move off as the library begins to come on. Go ahead. And then if you look up, you'll see the flown walls come in. And then over here is Café Momus. And then once it stops, you'll see its flown wall come in. I think this show is great for automation, especially because of the desire to see the transition from 1 to 2. We get to watch the world evolve, and it builds itself right in front of the audience. I think the audience is gonna love this transition. I think they're gonna, we're building magic on stage. We make it look like this world's coming together, and they get to watch it all develop, and it looks so seamless, and I think they're just going to be extremely surprised, and I think they're going to love it. We also have 4 snowdrops on stage that are on line sets in the air. Those are also controlled through our automated program, so we can fire them by hitting a button on the computer and making it snow on stage. They're actuated by pneumatic cylinders that push a piece of wood across that kind of grates it and starts to, it helps release the paper and it makes it snow on stage.
Just to have an entire, without a curtain coming down, an entire set change in front of your eyes, I think the audience is going to love it. The biggest difficulty was getting the chorus to come on and just be confident that the sets will stop where they're supposed to stop. So we had options to be able to, when it comes to timing too, how quickly we wanted it to move, which sets would move first, and which would come. And we decided what to do. Took probably 30 minutes to do that. And then once we liked how it looked and decided this is where we want all the sets to land, then we actually blocked in the rest of the chorus. It's a pretty big chorus. They're all out on Christmas Eve. To be able to come in and move around while sets are moving, right and left, so they can walk in between and move where they're supposed to go. And it's one big, beautifully coordinated dance between technology and people.